This week is Banned Books Weeks, and this is happening across the nation, but it's also happening here locally. Today we have Albany Public Library's Executive Director, Andrea Nicolai. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, if people don't know, what is this initiative, Banned Books Week?
Banned Books Week is an opportunity for libraries and bookstores and readers across the country to celebrate the freedom to read and unite against censorship, basically.
And what are some of the issues that we're still facing in this country right now when it comes to that censorship?
Well, there are challenges going on all over the country in libraries and in communities where people are objecting to the content of certain books and certain materials and speaking out against having them in a public library. And so our role as public librarians is to defend people's freedom to choose what they want to read. It's not for us to say.
Now, why is it important that people have that access to all different kinds of books?
In the library, we talk a lot about windows and mirrors for children and for people of all ages, and it's really important for people to see themselves in books and in various media. So it's affirming, it helps unite us and helps us understand other people's experiences. So a book can be a window through which you understand someone else's experience. It can be a mirror in which you see yourself.
And too, you've brought some of these books for us. Can you give us an example of one of these banned books and what happened to it?
Sure. So in the case of The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, there are communities who, people who have objected to the content. It features a young woman of color in an urban community. It happens to be the Bronx, and she struggles with the challenges that urban youth struggle with, and it's about her struggle and the realities of her life. And so it involves problems with addiction, problems with racial tensions in the community, and those are just facts of her life, in this fictional book. And so there are people who wanted it removed from shelves in various libraries across the country, and it had to do with just objecting to the way that her life was depicted in the book.
I think some people might be surprised that this is still happening right now in 2022. And we also have our own issues here in the Capital Region. What are some of the book challenges that you're seeing?
Well, fortunately, our community has been very supportive of the library in promoting the freedom to read. So we actually haven't experienced any challenges within the last 10 years that I know of. I've been here only a month and a half, so I'm told that there have not been any challenges of note in the Capital Region.
Now, something that you're participating in is a readout. Can you tell us a little bit about that when it comes to going with other libraries as well in this?
Oh, yeah, sure. So the readout is tomorrow night, and a readout is basically an opportunity for poets and musicians and other notable figures to read passages from banned books. And so tomorrow night we're hosting a virtual and in-person readout at the Washington Avenue branch of the Albany Public Library, and we're partnering with the New York Civil Liberties Union Capital Region chapter, and all are welcome. You can find more information at albanypubliclibrary.org.
Perfect. So you all can go participate in that. That is tomorrow night once again. Thank you so much for joining us, Andrea. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.